Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely amazing mystery. Have you ever looked down at your wrist and wondered, how in the world does that tiny little piece of glass know exactly how many times you ran across the playground? Well, let's solve this puzzle together.
Okay, so let's start with a really big question. It's a huge puzzle, right? Because your watch isn't attached to your feet, and it's definitely not attached to your brain. It's literally just sitting up there on your arm. Because of that, it has to act like a super smart detective every single second of the day, hunting for clues to figure out exactly what your legs are up to. All right, Section 1, the boss of your body. To figure out our watch, we first got to talk about the ultimate boss of your body, your amazing brain. Did you know your brain actually generates about 12 to 25 watts of electricity? That is literally enough power to light up a small LED light bulb. And it uses all that zippy electrical energy to send signals all the way down your nerves, telling your feet to take a step. So your brain sends the signal and boom, your leg moves. But here is where the cool physics kicks in. When your foot finally smacks the ground, it creates this massive physical shockwave. This impact wave starts right at your heel and shoots all the way up your skeleton, past your knee, past your hip, up your spine, and right down your arm to your wrist. It's kind of like a tiny earthquake happening inside your bones with every single step you take. Which brings us to Section 2, the microscopic trampoline. So how exactly does your watch catch that bone earthquake? Well, hidden inside is this amazing piece of tech called a MEMS accelerometer, but, let's just call it the microscopic trampoline. It's essentially a tiny, tiny silicon diving board suspended on these extremely delicate little springs. Every time that skeletal shockwave hits your wrist, this tiny trampoline bounces. And when it bends, it shifts electrical charges around and registers a tiny pulse. That is literally how the watch feels you moving. But hold on, here is the really tricky part. If you just wave your arm to say hello to a friend, or say reach out to grab an apple, that trampoline bounces too. So how on earth does it tell the difference between a real step and just a friendly wave? Let's look at Section 3, big waves versus tiny ripples. To get to the truth, the watch has to become a wave detective. Think about the difference in how you move. Walking creates these big, rolling ocean waves that travel slowly through your bones. We're talking about 1 to 5 waves every second. But what if you're just sitting at a desk typing on a computer? Typing creates fast, tiny, jittery little ripples. Your watch feels both of those, but it only wants to count the big ocean waves. So sort this out, the watch uses a tool called a Salon key filter. Imagine a physical strainer, like the one you might use for pasta in the kitchen. This electronic sieve totally blocks out all those fast, tiny, jittery typing ripples, making absolutely sure that only the big, slow, rolling waves of real walking make it through to the computer brain. All right, Section 4, the skeptical referee. Now, even with that sieve blocking out the typing jitters, the watch still needs to be 100% sure you're walking on purpose. Think about artists making computer animations. If they just ask a computer to make a video without giving it a clear story, the whole thing comes out looking like a messy, random, chaotic clip, right? To make a clean animation, they need a really strict step-by-step foundation. Well, your watch works the exact same way. It needs a super strict checklist to find the true story of your movement. Otherwise, it would just be guessing wildly. This strict foundation is called the step-bout threshold, but I like to call it the skeptical referee. This referee lives deep inside your watch and hides your steps in a secret waiting room, or a buffer. It completely demands to see a continuous parade of steps before it believes you. It's basically waiting to see if you're actually going for a walk or just taking 2 lazy steps to grab a glass of water. Let's see how this referee counts. It literally holds your steps back, counting secretly in its head. Imagine we're gathering groceries. 1 watermelon, 2 carrots, 3 peppers, 4 potatoes, 5 tomatoes, 6 kiwis, 7 cucumbers, 8 cherries, 9 radishes, and finally, 10 strawberries. Boom! Only when you hit that 10th continuous step does the referee blow the whistle and release all 10 steps onto your screen at the exact same time. If you just stop at 7, it throws them all right in the trash. No steps for you. Moving to Section 5, tricking your smartwatch. Now, even the smartest referee can sometimes get tricked. Like, what happens to your watch if you sneeze? When you sneeze, you shoot air out at up to 100 miles per hour. Or what about the hiccups? Those violently jerk your diaphragm, that dome-shaped muscle in your chest. Do these sudden, crazy body movements trick the microscopic trampoline into thinking you took a step? Well, usually no, because they don't happen 10 times in a row. The referee totally ignores them.
There are things that do trick the referee, though. We call these accidental steps. Say you're clapping your hands super loudly at a concert, or you're driving in a car down a really bumpy road, or even sharply chopping up vegetables in the kitchen. All of these activities bounce that microscopic trampoline perfectly and repeatedly. The watch gets totally confused and just hands you a bunch of fake bonus steps.
But on the flip side, we have stolen steps. This is when you are definitely walking, but the watch misses it entirely. If you freeze your wrists because you're pushing a baby stroller, or maybe you're walking with your hands shoved deep in your pockets or lugging heavy shopping bags, your arms aren't swinging. So the watch doesn't feel the shockwave properly, and it completely misses your real steps. Talk about unfair, right?
Because of all this crazy physics, the speed of your walking really matters. If you're walking like a slow turtle, that earthquake shockwave is much, much weaker. In fact, smartwatches make more mistakes with older adults who might take slower, shorter strides, missing steps about 11% of the time. Meanwhile, speedy kids who swing their arms naturally have only a 4% error rate. The watch absolutely loves a strong, fast arm swing.
And our final section, Section 6, Keep on Moving.
So what should we take away from all this? Basically, your smartwatch is doing a massive amount of hard work. It uses this incredible 3-step checklist. First, the microscopic trampoline feels the physical bounce of your bones. Second, the electronic sieve blocks out all those messy ripples from typing and daily life. And third, the skeptical referee secretly counts all the way to 10 before putting those numbers on your display. It's literally turning the invisible energy of your body into those visible numbers you check on your wrist every single day.
I really hope this explainer showed you just how incredible your everyday tech really is. Next time you look down at your watch or, just wave hello to a friend, remember that tiny trampoline and the strict little referee working away inside. And it kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What other hidden puzzles are your gadgets solving right now while you're just going about your day? Keep exploring, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next explainer.